Alright, today we got Marcus here, and he's going to show us his Evilswarm build.
I got a YouTube Warrior of Zero, so you can check it out there. I've got to do an updated profile for that. I'll probably have that up, but yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. So if you just need some deck profiles, hook them up. This is my build for Evilswarms. Waiting for Kirkion to come out, but currently right now this is what I play. So these are the rabbit targets. Triple Sabersaurus to make a Logia, because it's still really hard to stare at a Logia in first turn and just think about what to do. Then you have the triple Heliotropes for the Evilswarm targets, obviously. Being a 1950 vanilla beater, still okay. Triple Thunderbird, because obviously this card is retarded. Not as bad as Rabbit, but just as good as, and the effect where you can chain and then he comes back 1950, so this card is amazing. And then triple caster for the additional summons, so people wonder about a lot of this stuff. If they Veiler it when you summon it, you still get its effect.
It's a condition.
Yep, it's a continuous condition effect. If they activate skill drain after you summon it, you still get to do it. It's all the same. So
yeah, it's really annoying to have to explain to people because they're like, "What?"
It's gonna be a big deal.
It will. I mean, like,
yeah,
YCSs, it will be.
I only play 2 Mandragora. It feels like 3 is overkill. Sure, he's Cyber Dragon, you get an additional one, but there's space that you can use that extra slot for, so that's it for the Evilswarm monsters, besides the Heliotropes. And then I run 2 Veilers right now. I like the Veiler right now. I think it's going to be good in the mirror matches and stuff too, so I've been playtesting Veiler against, whether it's Mermails and stuff, sure, I can't hit Undyne and shit.
Plus it stops threats and whatnot when you got Ophion on board too.
And if for any dumb reason I can ever make a Synchro into like a Stardust, then sure. Double Rabbit, obviously you have your targets, so Double Rabbit is kind of amazing. I don't need to explain Rabbit, it explains itself.
Yeah.
Double Tour Guide and a Night Assailant is my one target for the Tour Guide engine. And that's it for the monster lineup.
You don't like Tour Bus?
I don't like Tour Bus. Because if I draw into Tour Bus, sure I can set it, and I can add one other card. I just like Night Assailant because if I have it in hand and I have to pitch it, whether it be by like a Mermail effect or whatever, or it goes like from Dark Worlds, I can use its effect to bring back like another flip effect monster. Actually, I don't even think I have a flip effect. I don't care. But yeah, I just play it because I like the pop effect for the monster effect. So if I dead draw it after I go Tour Guide, it's not really a dead draw because I can just set it. So Magic lineup. 2 Dress, 3 is too heavy. I like Dress over Lance in a sense. I'm starting to really care for this card a lot more than I do Lance.
Yeah, I tried out Lance too.
Because it protects. So only 2 Dress right now though. I main board 2 MSTs because there's a lot of back row, especially with hand traps and stuff like that going around. People like to defend. Macro Rabbit is going to come back. Everybody knows it. It's going to see a little more play. So I feel like MST is going to be main board for me for macro and stuff. And then I do 2 Pandemics. The reason for this, I mean, a lot of people go, why not do 3? Because in all honesty, you don't want to go Ophion and detach both of your materials over the 2 turns. You want to keep that one Exceed material on the Ophion so you can prevent, its primary reason is to be there to stop the monsters from coming out. So you always only want to get 1 search off of the Ophion unless you're going for game. So I only play 2. And then for the ones, Dark Hole, Reborn, Heavy. I play an Avarice. You're feeding the graveyard a lot with the rabbit stuff and the detaches. Allure, there's tons of targets in here, so Allure's always alive. 1 Rhoda, you got 3 casters, so it's got 3 targets.
You don't like Pod Duality over Reinforcements in the Army?
I was thinking about Duality, but if I play Duality first turn, if I know I'm having a tough match, say I go Mermails or something, or with Prophecy is going to be big now, I want to make sure that I can go into that first turn Ophion, especially if it's game 2 and I know that's what they're playing, instead of making a Duality play. I just feel like that it'd be better to make that Ophion detach, get the search, and set them back at least 1 turn, or have to go for a resource to get over Ophion. Okay. So, and because I play the deck at 42, I play a Seal of the Ancients. People don't know what this card does. It calls your opponent's bluff. You pay 1,000, look at all their face down cards. This won me like 3 games at regionals because people would set like 3 back row, thinking that I'd be scared of it.
There you go, so people can read it.
But yeah, you pay 1,000, look at your opponent's face down cards. It doesn't activate any of them, they just go back. So pay 1,000 for a game push, sure, I'm okay with that. So that's it for Magics. And then for trap lineup, I play double torrential. Obviously torrential because if you summon one of your Evilswarms and you have a pandemic, all your monsters are still alive. So it's really stupid. Double Deep Prison. Now I prefer Deep Prison over Bottomless just for the fact that if there's a big monster on the field and I draw into Bottomless, if they're gonna sit on that monster, Bottomless is dead. At least if I draw into a Deep Prison while they have it on the field, I can set it and they can swing into it. So that's my reason for Deep Prison over Bottomless. Bottomless is still a great card, but Deep Prison to me is more alive if I top deck it. And then you have the Solemn Duo, and then for other singles I play one Compulse to replace the Solemn that's gone, and then a Road for protection, obviously.
Okay. It's pretty standard for the most part.
Right, as far as the trap lineups. And extra deck space is really tight. I've changed it a lot. I'm probably still going to end up changing a couple things. But for threes, I play a Zen Mains, a Tempo. This I decided Tempo.
We're closing in less than 5 minutes, so finish up any trades.
I did Tempo, guys, instead of Leviathan, because if I have to detach for Leviathan, he can't attack directly, even though he's at 3,000. Tempo is good if they have an Ophion or something like an Exceed that I don't want. If I have that tour guide play, I can go Tempo, take a material, pass the turn, take their other material. He's 2,700 now, so he's stronger than Leviathan, who can still attack directly. And he's got all those materials gone from them. So that's why I play the Tempo over. The Laver for the rabbits that are going to banish. Or if you make, some derpy plays, there's been times where I banish Thunderbird and make plays back around to it with Laver and go into Ophion and do all kinds of stupid stuff. So for the fours, play a Lagia, obviously. That's why I play the Sabersaurus. So you can make the Lagia first turn, sit on it. They still kind of don't know that you're playing Evilswarms if you do that. And you're still okay. A Shockmaster for Shock Locks. Maestroke where, of course, he protects himself and he can flip the problem cards face down, tears, stuff like that. So a Cowboy. If it ever comes down to where you have that time where you need to do that extra damage, or you go into time and you're on turns,
which is often nowadays.
Exactly, Cowboy has won me countless games because of that effect.
There's no excuse not playing.
I play an Excalibur. This for the caster.
Do you like actually playing him?
I play yes. I've made Excalibur on more than one occasion over Ophion and stuff like that. Because of the fact that, if you have a double caster, I know it seems like a little overkill to go caster. It seems like wasting resources, but you can't argue with the fact of a 4,000 beater that's going to get over whatever they really have. So, obviously, unless you're going to protect him, you got to have something to protect him, but Excalibur for 4,000 will get over BLS and stuff like that. If you don't have your Ophion, you can't make an Ophion and expect it to get over a BLS. So, a Utopia to stall out. Plus, if they have a Lagia or a Dolka or something like that, there's not really a whole lot more in the deck. Say your Ophions are gone. All you really have left is Utopia that can, have your negates. It can still beat over the Lagias and stuff like that. So, double Ophion. 3 is way too much. There's no reason to play 3. You don't need to search more than twice.
I agree with you there.
So, even if you play...
Especially with how tight the extra deck space is.
Exactly. Even if you play the one the trap card that lets you search out Infection, you still don't want to. It's too much. The space is really.
If you're going any more than 3 Ophions, then you're doing it wrong.
More than 3, you're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
One Bahamut. I want to play 2. This card is so good. It's amazing. Not only at the same time are you feeding like an Avarice when you pitch, or feeding Kirkion in the future. You take the monster. It's Big Eye. It's not as strong, but if they make a Big Eye and you draw a rabbit, you make Bahamut with the Evilswarm, you take their Big Eye. You can do all kinds of stuff. I play the 1 Ouroboros. Kind of felt like taking it out, but there's the times where you can make him. He's 2750. Use the bounce. Use all the effects. Granted, only once per turn, but there are times where he's key. Especially like a Zen Mains and stuff. So the 1 Emerald, I'm gonna play that. For when you can't have the live Kirkion plays, or there's just not enough there, or you want your vanillas back because you dead drew them, Emerald just puts 3 of everything back. So 1 emerald, and then a Stardust for the road. So.
Is there anything else that you want to like say about the deck? Is there anything like you want to suggest to people?
Hopefully it'll be as good as everybody thinks it is. It was really good in Japan, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. When Kirkion comes out, it'll make a big difference with the way the deck is.
How do you think the deck's going to shape up in the meta when Elemental Dragons and Prophecies get...
When Dragons come along and Prophecies come along, it's going to be fine. Dragons won't be a big issue because, of course, they have to make all their big plays like their 7s and 8s. So Ophion will prevent all of that. And then Prophecies, it may see a little bit of an issue with Prophecies because of destruction effects and stuff like that. But as long as you can protect from the Priestess plays, or slow down the Priestess plays at least, you should be okay. But it will have a formidable match with them. So that's going to be their only main issue when that time comes.
Do you want to give us your YouTube channel again?
Warrior of Zera, WARRIOROFZERA. It's one word. Check it out. I put videos up all the time, so just subscribe. If you like deck profiles and stuff like that, I try to put videos up all the time, trade binders. So just check it out, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yep. All right. Thank you.